Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. The next stream we have today is a roll of 1979D mint Cellos. We got these off of eBay from Oregon, and they came in a little Ziploc baggie or a little sandwich baggie. It's no Ziploc, just a sandwich baggie. And so we've gone through quite a few rolls from this seller. It seems like most of the coins kind of are between like an MS63 to 65. I'd say in general MS64. We're encountering a little bit of spotting, a little bit of toning. It seems like we average one really nice toned coin with some nice color per roll. And so we're gonna go through another roll of these. And I'm afraid that's all I'm gonna have time for today, but we'll get it done. And so I already got the coins out of the bag, and we'll start going through. We'll just look, it looks like the first coin we have here has some spotting with some color on it. Scratches in the right and left field. It's looking like an MS64 red-brown to me. We'll take a look at the reverse. The reverse looks a little bit nicer than the front. It seems like a lot of these coins have like a deeper red color to them. And it seems like the toning on it kind of shifts. Take a look at the next one here. And in the future, I think I might try to get some rolls of different, some ones that have some good varieties in them. I think I had a roll in 1961D, which does have a lot of nice varieties in it, but I'll see if we can find some mint Cello rolls that have a chance to find something really cool in them. I feel like the 1979 is not known for many varieties. Happy to know if you guys know of any good ones. But looks like this one's got pretty minor scratching on it. I'm guessing it's probably an MS64 still. The reverse looks pretty good. Might be able to push a 65 out of this. I feel like it looked pretty decent. Hello everybody. This one's got some neat toning to it, at least on the front. I'm not sure if it'll show up. It looks like some of it does. The coin has kind of like a red haze on it, and that's not showing up, but we're seeing these little purple polka dots. They're coming through for us. Trying to see, like, I guess like the red is kind of like that traditional mint Cello tone, and that's one of the things that we've kind of gotten to see on different mint Cello coins is we're starting to notice that they tone different than coins that are in original bank wrap rolls or in the bag. Although I've seen like the kind of spotting, the multicolor spotting on a lot of different, from a lot of different sources. But that one's pretty, like the spots in person, they look like little aqua blue spots. Hey Les Likes Coins, hey Super Silverman, welcome. We're going through a roll of 1979D mint Cellos, seeing if we can find anything special in here. Trying to improve our grading skills. Looks like we've got some scratches in the right and left field. A little bit of unevenness to the mint luster. It's kind of looking like an MS63 to me. Maybe the reverse can pull it out. It's only like one distracting scratch and a couple little tiny marks. But I think we're just going to call it an MS63. How are you guys doing today? We just have time for a quick stream today. We're going to go through this roll as fast as we can, but I want to keep them coming. And I've got a bunch of proof rolls of mint Cellos coming up. I think I've got like 10 of them planned for the next week or so. And I'm going to try to get some kind of better dates, some ones that we might find something cool in. But I've been enjoying these and kind of learning as much as I can. This one kind of looks like an MS65 on the front. A little bit of unevenness to the luster, but the strike looks pretty good, and the fields look pretty good. Check out the reverse. one or two very small scratches. I think we might have an MS65 here. I've definitely seen way worse 65s. You think you found some proof 68s? Nice. I do have Facebook, but it's not really set up for a business. It's mainly just like my direct family and a couple friends. I do have an Instagram. I think I actually removed it from my YouTube account here, but only because it was set up for my gaming channel before I started doing a coin channel. But I will set up a new Instagram that is geared just towards this channel. And how is it? Yeah, I haven't set up a Facebook account yet. Can you just do one for your business? Because that's something I'd like to do. Is if I was to set one up, I'd want it to be more business oriented or more networking. It's just everyone I work with doesn't need to know my mom and dad and whatnot. This one looks pretty nice. A little bit of a darker color. Bunch of fine scratches on the front though. I think we're going to call it a 63, especially with the spot on the date there. But yeah, good things to do. I was, I don't know, I've been kind of shy of the social media, but definitely I don't know, I need to do it. I've been working on networking more here on YouTube and kind of growing everything. Looks like we got a Zorro mark in the left field there. Looks like Zorro was at the mint. Looks like Zorro made this coin an MS63. Heck, look at the scratches on the reverse. Can we call this a 62? 62. But yeah, if you have videos, if you post them up on YouTube or whatnot, you can always send me a link and say check out this video, and I'll be happy to watch it and give my opinion. I'm still learning here. I could definitely say it looks like a proof 68. I feel like I'm getting better at the mint state coins in the high grades. Kind of between 63 and 65 here is still feeling a little bit tricky to me. It's just like by the time you're below a 66, there's just so many variable things that are distracting marks. It's like this one looks like a 63 again to me. The reverse looks pretty good, but the front is just, it's marked up. There's kind of like a scratch or a line going down Lincoln that's kind of distracting. I will put it on my to-do list though to create another Instagram account. And it's not like my other one was hurting so bad. I think I only had like 2 followers or something. I started it kind of late in my gaming channel. This one looks a little bit nicer. A couple small scratches in the fields. A little spot behind Lincoln's head. Almost want to say a 65 for this one. Looking a little bit better than the last few. Got a scratch and a mark going down the side. I don't know, maybe a 65 red-brown. Just looks like it's having a little bit of toning there. Yeah, I actually, oh, holy cow, we got a really nice tone coin, and I think you guys are going to be able to see it because it is bright. I'm excited. And actually, speaking of excited, I got a proof 68 coin this last weekend off of eBay, and I'm super excited about it. I'll show you guys when I get it in. It's in the mail. But I got a proof 68 or 1953. It's the oldest 68 that I've been able to get. I paid handsomely for it. Had to pass up quite a few other things this weekend, but I'm very excited. It's going to leave a hole. I don't have there's a couple other 68s I still need to get. Alright, but anyway, this tone coin. Yeah, it's not showing. Alright, there is a little bit. Basically, we got blue and pink on Lincoln's face here. And it is bright and happy. Like it hit me like the sunlight in the morning when I looked at the coin. It was not what I was expecting. So, you know, this nice 40-year-old coin here has picked up some very nice toning in here. I'm very happy with this one. It seems like we're averaging about one of these. Gosh, I'd like to get this holdered. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to do like a bulk submission, and it's just going to be like low-grade MS toned coins. So what's going on? What's wrong with this coin? We've got a scratch in the right field, right underneath that glare. That's what I'm seeing. I don't think the reverse didn't look toned, but so we'll check out the reverse, but I wouldn't say an MS65 red-brown. We'll take a look at the reverse. Got a couple little tone spots. Scratch on the right, little one up on the right. Maybe is that a weaker strike on states there? I don't know, they might give it a 64. But yeah, these are kind of, I don't know, I really appreciate like just, you know, beautiful natural toned coins. You know, they're not quite as bright and crazy as a bunch, but this one's pretty bright and crazy. This one's really nice. I like this one. I'm happy. This one made my day. Nice. Yeah, I've been buying up a lot of 1960 proofs. I've been buying them slabbed. I've been buying them in the mint cellos here. I think I just purchased a bunch of them right before going on here, actually. I think I just got like another 150 mint cellos. And I know that there are millions of them made for the year, but I figure like at least a quarter of them have probably been destroyed. And I just enjoy them. I want to go through them, get high grades. Whenever there's like a proof 67, 68, 69 for the early 60s, I try to pick them up. I just saw like an article from Blue Ridge Silverhound saying, don't buy 50s, 60s top pop coins. You know, and yes, it's true. People are, you know, going through their sets, getting stuff graded. You know, people are going for those newer high designation coins. You know, they're trying to hit the pop top. There's definitely some renewed interest in the coin community and getting top pop coins. And, you know, I'm seeing people, like, seeing videos of, like, check out this beautiful coin. And so it is happening, but I'm just seeing the prices go through the roof while he was saying the prices are stagnant. I'm seeing prices double. I'm seeing like the things, the top pop in the 50s and 60s just disappearing, like doubling in price, then selling, and then disappearing into a collector's collection, gone from public for 20 to 40 years. It's like this one's maybe a 63. It just had scratches all over. I want to see if... I'm going to leave that toned one out so we can look at it one more time at the end of the video. I always like drop it in the bag and then it's like gone. That's one of the things too with this video is like I'm finding like lots of beautiful toned coins like that, and then it's like I'm just putting these right back up on eBay, and once I get about 1,000 of every date or mint, I'm gonna start doing some bulk submissions. I want to have like 1,000 mint cellos to like choose the best of the best from, but for now they're all gonna go up on eBay. I think this one's gonna get a 64 just because of all the, there's just lots of fine scratching on it. And it's like, I want to call it the luster. Oof, that's the glare. I mean, there's one good scratch up at the top right there, up at 2 o'clock. One of the things I feel like I need to do is I need to get a bunch of proof sets, like some unopened sealed ones, and I know that they cost more money, but I want to see, you know, it's like I'm going through thousands of, mint cellos from the 60s proofs, but my guess is they've all been picked over, people have already cherry picked them. It's kind of like, when you're buying in bulk. This one looks pretty nice. Scratch on the bottom, scratch on the top. Almost want to say 65 here. I have no problem with a 65 MS79. They sell really good. Maybe only a 64. I didn't see the scratches on the right side as deep. But still, I feel like I have some really scratched up MS65 1979s. I'm like, really? And oh, we got another toned one. I'm not sure how well this will show up. It's got some pink and purple, about 70% of the fields. Yeah, this one's nice too. And it's like, the funny thing is, you usually can't see the toning on the coins with my camera. So we've got a good sized scratch there. We've got a scratch on the coat, a couple scratches. I don't know, an MS63 purple. It's like this one would never be sent in for grading, but I love it. We've got some toning on the reverse as well. We've got some darker spotting as well. I'm guessing that that is not going to brighten up. But the front is bright and happy. It almost looks as bright as the 1933 I have above my head here. But the 1933 above my head is way brighter than it is in person there. It's like that coin is like solid blue purple. I tried to pick up, there was a 1942 toned proof PCGS coin graded genuine on eBay this weekend, but I think it went for like $115, but it kind of looked like the 1933 above me. And I was going to buy it just to put it above my head, a little trophy coin. And I think I'm gonna work on getting some fresh photos up there. Originally they were just going to be placeholders. I was going to put some videos up above me, but I just nothing really stood out as what I wanted to put above my head, and so I just kind of put those there, and I found out how to do the videos. I need to make a video. I wanted to rain coins above my head. I figured I have like a coin counter, I can just like fill it up and then make a video of the coins shooting out. But at the same time, I guess I just need to find out. I figured they might go by too fast, they'd just be like shooting, and I want it to rain. Maybe I can slow it down. But I need to get more into video editing. It would be really fun. I want, like, you know, looks like we've got another slightly toned coin. Nice. As far as the toning, this one's got a little bit of toning too, not as bright. I have a cup. I have, like, for this year, I have a mint sewn bag that I opened, and it had like aqua spots all over like every other coin, and I thought it was damaged. And then I looked at some mint rolls, and the mint rolls have like purple and blue and pink toning. And so I don't want to say it's necessarily just because I feel like there were impurities within the metal for these years, like 1979, 1980, 1981. I've gone through a lot of mint Cellos for those years, and they seem to have consistent kind of like things that are wrong with the coins. Like there seems to be spotting, like spotting and toning seems to be the two major problems. Take a look at the next one here. I do feel like the plastic eventually tones the coin. A lot of the older proof ones, it seems like they start to get like kind of an orangey red ring around the edge, and I feel like that is kind of the traditional like toning that happens from the mint Cello. Looks like a pretty nice front. This mint Cello feels like it's been around the block. Yeah, there's still a pretty nice coin inside. Scratch above the memorial there. I'd say this is a 65. No spotting, no toning, no nothing. Nice. Looks like some tone spots on the reverse of this one. I guess there's some toning on the front of there. I couldn't see it in person. But usually my camera makes things disappear. Yeah, Silverman, I need to learn more varieties. Someone was trying to buy out, I only have a couple varieties in PCGS slabs, and people were trying to lowball me and buy them all off me this weekend on eBay, and I think it's because of the popularity of variety hunting. I feel like it's really starting to pick up, which is really good for the people that have been like hoarding it for years. But I realized that I was like, okay, this is the only one I have, and I can look at it in person and compare it while I'm, say, like, a video I was going to maybe do is I did a roll in 1961D, like business strikes and mint cellos, and then I have a 1961D D over horizontal S, I believe. I think it's like FS 501. So it's like I want to make a video of going through like that roll of mint cellos that I have, and then going through all the PCGS slab 1961Ds I have and using it as a tool to compare. Because it's one thing to look at a photo online that's kind of iffy, and another thing to be able to like compare them side by side. Like it's just so it's like one of the things I'm wanting to do is make videos of every single different dye variety so that you can, see them in person, and then I can use it as a reference. This is what I'm hoping to do. And then if I sell them all, it's okay, because I have a video reference library, and I'll have high photos, which is basically what like Variety Vista and Copper Coins and Wexler, was it Konica? It's like, that's what they're doing, but it's nice to have your own personal one as well. So it does turn at some colors? That's good to know. I mean, basically anything is going to react with it. I do notice that, say like some of the mint cello rolls that I have, it seems like the people that cut them up, they cut them up a little bit faster, and they like cut a side off of it. And I do notice that any coin that has, well, they're not airtight. These aren't vacuum sealed. There's air inside, and from the heated plastic, there's probably definitely chemicals. But I do notice that once the cello, like say if this was like cut a little bit farther, and the coin could slip in or out, it's like the coins seem to tone up a lot faster. They seem to react a lot faster, just more oxygen interacting with it. Maybe a 64 on this one. This one looks bright and happy on the front. Just a couple very small scratches on this one. Maybe a little spot below the D there. What could be on the reverse? The giant spot. I believe that's all mint cello. A couple scratches on the bottom field. What's that? That looks like it's on top of the cello. Looks like there's a fingerprint. Hey, Super Silverman, maybe you can answer this question for me. I've noticed that a lot of mint cello coins, especially in the 70s and early 80s, I see big black fingerprints on the coins inside the mint cello. Is that the mint employees, or should I be wearing gloves when I'm doing these videos here? Because I'm not, I'm touching the edges of the cello for the most part. I'm not picking the coins up by the coin, but I don't want to damage these anymore. You can see kind of like this cello, how it has like kind of a haze on it. It's like a little bit of environmental damage. Probably it either got hot or something, or humid, or just the plastic changed a little bit, got a little cloudier. But yeah, that's one of the things I've been wondering about is like, did they just not wear gloves at all? Oh, there's a really nice one. Pick it up with their bare hand while eating a buffalo wing. That just don't know how. I imagine they're probably more careful because I don't see that these days. Some scratches going down the steps, it looks like. Those were scratches. A little bit of toning, a little bit of spotting. Yeah, that's been my one thing is like, I used to have a PCGS account, but then I was like, wait, I can buy like 3, 4 more nice coins, or I can have a PCGS account. And so that was one of the things that kind of stopped. I just, like, I want to do bulk submissions. Like I can handle $12 a coin, but like $20 a coin, I'm not dealing with, most of the coins I'm dealing with are not worth getting graded for $20 a coin. I mean, most of the coins I'm dealing with aren't worth getting graded for $12 a coin. Numismatic news. Hold on a second. All right, got numismatic news jotted down. I will check that out. I'm always looking for more places to learn. It's like, I'm surprised that PCGS doesn't do a better job. I feel like they have their like intro 101 through 103 grading, but they don't individualize things for the coins, and they don't, it's like you're learning about strike and they're looking at half dollars, and you're looking at, surfaces, and you're looking at like, ancient coins, and while learning about proof-like and deep mirror proof-like is, good. I'm a penny guy. I want to learn about surface. I want to learn about different environmental damage on modern coins. I feel like this is a 63 or 62 with those scratches on it. Scratches. Scratches, scratches, scratches. Hey Bushcrafty, welcome. We're just looking at some 1979 Ds and their mint cellos. We got a roll off eBay from a eBayer in Oregon. And we've had really good luck with toned coins from this seller. At least one coin in every roll has just been beautifully, beautifully toned. I don't think we've found higher than a 66 in anything modern from them, but some really nice toned coins. Since you missed it, I left one out here. I'll show you the really nice one that we got. I feel like this one's pretty nice here, but it might still just be a 64. All the scratches are super small, and I know I have these under microscopes too, and probably if I'm trying to grade these, I should be looking at them not quite. Another question for you, Silverman, if you're happy to answer it, is like, say right above 1979, there's just a little bit of darker spot there. Would that do a red-brown? I mean, that doesn't look like 5% of the coin. It looks like it still has 95% red, but sometimes when there's just like kind of darker or hazy, or the luster is kind of dull, it just makes me feel like, here's that first tone coin that we got again. This is not a second one, this is the same one over again. But just really pretty. Could just do a stream on this one. Just blue and purples and happiness. It's a mint employee that puts their fingerprints on. Very nice. You'd think that if they were doing stuff, they could do things a little bit more carefully. All right, next up, 1970-90. Oh, wait. Did I just I think I just took that out of the bag. That looked like the one we had just looked at. I guess here's another good question for you, Silverman, and I will consider you the expert and absolute knowledgeable person here. I won't let anyone else tell me otherwise. So you got some spotting on this coin. it's not super spotted, but, this seems pretty typical for the date. Not any major scratches. The surface looks a little dull. But does that spotting, when there's that much spotting, would that make the coin a red-brown, or would that be considered like environmental damage? Because I'm assuming that all that spotting is like essentially going to be carbon spots. It's never going to go back to copper. And I just don't know at what point, when a coin is spotted, at what point it becomes damaged, and if the coin completely spotted, it would be brown, right? Or would it be environmentally damaged before it was brown? It's like, these are the questions that I can't find. It's just like, I know I can trial and error, and it's like, I get tons of PCGS graded coins that are spotted up, and they're like mint state 65. This one's got some nice kind of wood grain. At first I thought it was the mint cellos with this, but I've noticed that quite a lot of the 1979s from the cellar, they're striped. There's just lines, and it's like every other line, it's like red, brown. And this is another question. It's like, when you have a coin that's like, that's, to me it looks like it's 50% red and 50% brown, because it's like every other like grain of copper is like a different color. They just, like, the front of this one reminds me of a woody. Yeah, I really enjoy the grade reveal videos. That's something, once I start doing mass submissions, bulk submissions to PCGS, that's something I'll probably do. Like, once I get 1,000 of a date and mint of mint cellos, I'll go through, or once I get it for every date and mint, basically, because I sell my PCGS slabs on eBay, and so I want to keep a fully stocked store and not be dependent on what's available at the market. And so I plan on doing bulk submissions as soon as I get this project done here. But basically I want to start sending in 25 of like 4 different dates at first, and then 25 of like 8 different dates. And I just need to find out who at PCGS that I talk to figure out like how many coins I need to send in to start getting a better rate than $12 a coin. Because if I can get like below $10 a coin, I can really start, I can create a business model, I can create a business plan out of that. At $12, it's kind of like holding up my money, investing in the future, but I want a business model that actually produces money in the now. And I know going for top pops and stuff, that's gonna get me there closer than getting a bunch of 65 and 66 graded moderns. All right, next up here, looks like we've got a little bright spot on it. Maybe Lincoln's chin is kind of toned there. Little bullseye next to the D. Couple scratches on the coin. Kind of has more of a red-brown luster to it. A little bit of tone spotting on the reverse. It's like 63, 64 red-brown. I feel like a lot of these 70s, they have more of a red-brown color to them. They're like a really nice, attractive copper color, but they're definitely of the darker shade of copper. Looks like a spot on the rim, little scratch on the right, scratch on the neck, little toning on the bottom of the coat. But that's definitely my plan. I figure I'll go through 20,000 of these mint cellos here. Then I'll start to hopefully have enough to start getting some coins graded. And it's going to be a learning curve. And I'll definitely share it with you guys, and I'll try to save you guys some money. And any advice you guys can give me to save me money will be super appreciated. They don't let it go above the 63, 64. Yeah, so it's like, I guess there's some fine scratching in the fields here. But like, let's say there was no, you know, let's say the fields in this one were just beautiful, but it was spotted like this. It's like I feel like they don't let it go above a certain grade, no matter how perfect the strike is, no matter how perfect everything is. But then it's interesting too, like if the coin totally toned brown, you know, I mean, I guess you don't want a 1979 brown, but if the coin was a perfect coin, it seems like it could be like an MS-67 if it was all just a consistent color. Or maybe we're talking more about like a carbon spot. Hey Les, these ones are solid copper, no zinc coin, no zinc core. They didn't debase the currency till 1982. They figured they hadn't done enough to silver yet, and you know, people didn't revolt for the gold standard being removed, and they didn't care when people took silver out of circulation, and government was like, how do we get more money from the people without them noticing? I know. We'll take their copper, every last copper. Brilliant madman. I'll have to check out that book. It's like I definitely got like a stack of books. Like I was definitely buy a million coins and then buy the book kind of person, and now I've got the books and now I need to finish reading them, and I just end up spending too much time. It's like it's the times that I read books, this Cello is pretty beat up, is the time when I can't look at coins. But fortunately most of the time I can look at coins because this is what I do for work. I'm thinking that this project here is probably going to take about 3 months. It seems like as much as I'd love to do more, I've been able to do about one of these videos a day. And it's like, you know, I'm making a video for YouTube and for, like, I'll put this back up on eBay for an eBay listing, but I'm able to do about one a day. So that's like 50 coins, so times 30, it's like 1,500 coins. So I think I've got to get to about 20,000 of them here. And on the weekends I've managed to do 3-4 of these videos. This one has pretty nice fields, but it's got the striping to it, which is interesting. Some little spots on the back. So I think that's on the Cello. Pretty nice looking. It's like these are the ones that I wonder about, because like, you know, the little darker spots, those are distractive. You know, they do take away from the eye appeal. But when there's no scratches on the coin, like this one is actually pretty nice. Maybe there's a little scratch below Lincoln's coat there. Maybe a little thing, it looks like he's got a straw hanging out of his mouth. Little scratch there. So yeah, I think it's probably going to be about 3 months. We'll have to see get some tax returns back. What I need for the most part is, it's I don't know, coin addiction. It's like basically as like there's usually less than $100 in my bank account at all times, which is, you know, a good thing because then I can never lose my money. But it's also a bad thing when I have bills to pay and stuff. But it's just like I sell a coin, I buy a coin. I sell a coin, I buy a coin. It's just like fluid. Sometimes I sell coins because there's a coin I want to buy. But it looks like it's probably going to be about 3 months till I finish this project. And then it's this one looks like it has pretty nice fields. A little bit of toned below. And one thing I was trying to figure out, I feel like on the PCGS website it said you can do 4 different dates and mints. And then I feel like I was reading another article that said 5, but the PCGS website. And so from my understanding, like if I wanted to send in coins for a bulk submission, it has to be 100 coins. God, this one almost looks like a 66. I guess there's a couple fine scratches on the bottom there, maybe 2. There's one to the right of the memorial. But it's like you could only do like a 1975, 76, 77, 78. Like you could only do 4 of them, is my understanding. Yeah, some of these look like woodies less, but I'm not aware that, I'm guessing that it's just the way that toning happens, or the way that maybe the coin is pressed up against the mint cello and the lines. See how there's little lines? Maybe they get pressed up against the coin, and then the coin, as it tones, it just, you know, where the lines touch, tone first. I'm not sure how it happens on these. I feel like the woodies were like improper metal alloys, but with these, I want to assume, but at the same time, there's all these, like, the way that the 1979 and 80 and 81, the way they oxygenate, sorry, I have a cold, it's hard to pronounce some of these things right now. But it's interesting, just like it seems like other years didn't do this, which makes me feel like it's like some kind of impurity or something to do with the metal they used for these years. PCGS came out with a new designation for tone coins. Holy scratch-holy. Is this a very, very rare MS61 in a mint cello? Could you imagine this being your mint set coin? Like, this looks like somebody like took it out of circulation and popped it in here, but it's sealed up. I was gonna say, and a fingerprint for the reverse. Do we get a fingerprint? Wow, that one was really scratched up. It's sealed and dealed. Nice blue spot on the back of Lincoln's head. Oh, there's 2 of them. Some scratches. Kind of feel like an MS63. It's just some very distracting scratches on this coin. Some pretty little spots of toning. Do I need an employee? Not at the moment. If I ever go big, I definitely will. I guess it would speed things up, but the main problem is just limitation, and you know, like if I had more of a liquid business, if my business had more liquidity, and I was able to like generate more income, I would maybe need an employee. But the way that things are tied up right now, it's just amazing. I mean, it's like I pretty much have most of my day to be able to work, and so in the last 5 months I made 2,800 coin videos because I had time. What I don't have is infinite money supply, and I try to press the market. I guess my goal for this year is to break the market. We'll have to see. I'd like to someday have a big enough business to have employees. I'd like to be able to help some people out and let them do what they love. That's what I like about this is like this was a hobby that I kind of put off because I was working and going to college. And I was always working and going to college, and I was always like, I feel like I could do this. I want to do this. And I just would always be like, okay, well, I should do the job first. I should do the school first. It'll, work out longer. And so I never invested my time in it. And it wasn't until about 5 years ago, like I had been doing eBay for like 20 years, but it wasn't until about 5 years ago that I was really like, okay, I'm just going to go 6 years now. Wow, time flies. I'm just going to go all in here. Um, and definitely owning a house and whatnot definitely makes it easier. Like if I was, it's like I tried to get my expenses down as much as I could before doing this, because otherwise this probably wouldn't be possible. Life has just been made too expensive. The world has made sure that life is not cheap. But I can only imagine if like I had put all my time and energy into this like 20 years ago. Like I collected coins and I loved coins, but if I had done this 20 years ago, I would probably already be retired. This one looks really nice. But like this was just a hobby. This was something that I loved doing, and I couldn't get enough of it. And I can look at coins all day long, and it makes me happy. Like I don't get bored. I'm just like, ooh, look at this one. Ooh, look at this one. Oh, this one's shiny. Ooh, this one's toned. Oh, this one. What's going on with this one? But unfortunately, I got 1099 because my hobby was becoming too expensive, and I was, selling the coins I no longer needed and buying new ones, and I got 1099. So I started a small business, and it's just grown and grown and grown. Um, I don't know. The biggest advice I feel like, it's like I feel like there's all different kinds of business models and coins. For me, what worked the best was I tried doing everything. I tried doing a lot of raw coins, and just I got spread out all over the place. And I bought a lot of cheaper stuff. I bought a lot of stuff in bulk. And I feel like in the end of the day, a lot of the stuff was you'd spend hundreds of hours making listings and trying to get things set up to sell, setting up websites, taking pictures. And a lot of the stuff wasn't even worth what it cost to mail the stuff. And so one of the things I found is just creating like basically if it's not worth your time relisting it to sell, is it worth collecting? What's the market for it? And for like eBay, I found if you can't sell a coin for $20, by the time you take the time to list it, and by the time you ship it and pay eBay fees and have it, costing money on your eBay store, it's like you want something to sell for $20 minimum. If it's not going to sell for $20 minimum, like, and that's where kind of the PCGS stuff, like, it sells really well. Um, I found it sells like really, really well. This one's got some toning on it too, very bright. But for like PCGS graded stuff, for most people it costs $30 to $40 just to get one coin graded. And so it's like you can, pick up coins for cheap under $10 and then sell them for $20, and you sell 1,000 of them a month, and you've made an income enough to live off of. But it's just the key is, getting them cheap enough, and, everyone will be like, well, the PCGS price is like $8. And you say, okay, go find one and get it graded. And sometimes if you get a really good deal, you can pass it on for a good deal. But, if you buy something for $12 and someone offers you $15 for it and it costs over $3 to ship it to them with tracking, you just got to say, no, I'm sorry, I don't buy coins to sell them for a loss. And a lot of people don't understand, like they're like, why are you charging twice as much as that coin is worth? And it's like, well, it's a business model, I don't, and in some ways I feel bad. I feel like I don't like selling coins for double what the value is. And then some coins, it's like after buying and selling 50 coins and like posting it and having it sell out instantly, and then like, you know, after you sell about 10 of them, realizing like maybe I should charge a little bit more for this, and putting it up for $5 more and having it sell out instantly. And it's like some coins I found, they have very high demand and they have nothing to do with the current prices. People are collecting them, they're hoarding them, they're making money off of them, and that's kind of how it is with like the Proof 68s. Like my Proof 68s wheat cents, I apologize, they're at ridiculous prices. Every single one that I posted up before sold for like double the PCGS value of it, like within a week of posting it. And then I would spend a year trying to find another one. That's how often they come up, for me at least. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. But it just became to the point where I was like, okay, these are in serious demand. I want them for my registry set, and if someone wants it, they'll, you know, they can take it off my, I don't know, they'll have to offer, everything's for sale, but some of the stuff, it's like, you really gotta want it, because I want it too. Wow, we've almost gone through all these. Holy cow, the time has flown. Look at this one, some spotting, a couple light scratches, maybe a 64. I'll definitely let you know, Silverman, when I plan on doing some bulk submissions. I'd be happy to go in on one with you. It's definitely easier and less of a risk of investment. I think like the closest coin dealer I have around here is like 120 miles away, and I have no business relationship with them. You know, like ones I've traveled to, they might have one or two coins that I'm interested in the store, and you know, not the price that I would make from doing business traveling all that way. It's just not worth even going out and looking around here. Which is kind of sad. It's fun to meet people in person. I've never been to a big coin show. I'd like to go out to one someday. Hey Dad, Perfect 123. Sorry about that. Hello, welcome. You made it for our last coin here, and then I'll go back to the really nice one that we found at the beginning of the stream. Actually, I think we found two of them. I saved both of them so we can look at them again. Maybe a 63. That thing is scratched up. Alright, this one had just really nice kind of like purple ring around the edges. I'd say about 70% of the front here is like a purple pink color with like little purple polka dots. This one was really fun. And the back has some purple. It did have some darker spots on the center of the coin. Still pretty happy with that one. Now this was the one that I really liked. Gosh, the mint cello on this one is feeling thin. It's just like purple and blue and pink face. Just like really nice strong colors. Like this one, like it just really popped on me when I looked at it. I looked down and I was like, whoa, hi. Just nice, beautiful natural toning. So I believe tomorrow I'm gonna start going through some more rolls of proof 1960s. I think I've got like some 1961, 1962, 1963, and 1964 to choose from. I don't think I've done a 1964 yet, so I'm thinking maybe do a roll in 1964. I'm up in California, very, very north. I might as well be Oregon. Just kind of in the middle of the woods, away from civilization. And so I believe when I come back tomorrow, I'll be doing a roll of proof early 60s. And we'll have to see what I pull out first here. I haven't gotten to do a roll of proof 64, so I think I'll probably go with that. But at the same time, I kind of like to go like 61, 62, 63, 64. And I'm hopefully going to get in a couple rolls of proof mint siloed wheat cents. I'd like to get some more of those. Just trying to set that up, get a couple hundred of them in again. And I definitely, if I'm going to try to corner a proof year, I'm going to go for some of those 1950 proofs. It would be really, really sweet to like get all the early 50s, at least all the ones in mint Cello and all the nicely graded PCGS ones. That's the goal. Some good toners in 64. Sweet. Colorado. Colorado seems pretty nice. I've only passed through. I should stop by there sometime. So I will be back tomorrow, and I probably have some time later tomorrow night too. So I might do double stream. I'll probably do a morning stream, and then I'll do one probably past 6 o'clock. And if I still have energy, maybe I'll do a third one after. But I want to speed through this project. I've also got PCGS graded coins that I've bought coming in the mail, so I will sprinkle those in along with these videos. And at some point here, I'm going to start cleaning up my desk, because my desk is just a pile, it's just like a pile of coins here you guys can't see on my desk. And it's just everything that I've been like, what's this? I don't know, I'll learn about it, and just bulk this, bulk that. And I just need to make videos of it and then post it up on eBay, and people can, watch stuff in the video, and if they see anything they want in it, they can buy it. And if they don't, I'll have videos of it, and I'll have learned by going through it. And so I will be back tomorrow. I wish you guys all a great day, and good evening wherever you guys are. Good night if you guys are on the other side of the world. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't hit the like and subscribe button, and you guys want to see more videos in the future, do it up. Thank you guys again all for watching. I'll try to come check you guys out too. Bye.